Hi guys, welcome to this YouTube channel. Again, if you're new, you're welcome. If you're an old timer, you are also welcome. It's good to have you on this channel again. In this tutorial, we're going to be creating a Koinonia kind of flyer, right? And this is the part 2 of the Koinonia flyer tutorial series, right? So we're going to be making a miracle service flyer design. Just this is totally fictional and it's for the purpose of practice. It's not an actual um, event, even though I may use information from one of the previous meetings held in Koinonia. All right, so we're going to be using PSCC to do some background manipulations so as to get our background for the design. Then we'll take it over to PixelLab. So I'll be working with PixelLab and PSCC to achieve the design. Without further ado, let's dive into the tutorial. So I'm going over to PSCC now. Right, so now I'm on PSCC. If you want to get PSCC, you can go on Google and search for pscc.apk and you can download it. If you're using an Android 14, you're going to have quite some challenges, right? But students of mine have been able to deal with the challenge and have the PSCC run on their Android 14. All right, so now I'm going to click on this. You can see where I'm tapping, so I don't need to be um, mentioning where I tap or stating the places that I'm tapping. Alright, so I'm going to click on black document and I'm going to insert the size for this design. So I'm going to have 1024 by ratio. This is 4 by 5, right? 4 by 5, so 1280, and it's the Instagram size. So I'm just going to insert this, right? Because I want to start creating my background. So I'm going to click here. So I have 1024 by 1280. Then I'll click on this plus to insert the image I'll be using. I'm still going to come back to PSCC, right? But this is for the background manipulation. So I'm just going to zoom this, right? Just fit in and bring this a little bit down here. And let's see if we have something good enough. Take this a little bit up. Like this. Let's see. Take this a little bit down and let's see. Okay, if I have. All right, I think we're good with this. And yeah, I like the space here, like this. Here, this space, like the way it is, and I like the way it's up here, like this. I'm likely to adjust that. Let's leave it like this. So undo that. So now I want to bring in the image that I want to blend with the background. So I'm likely to blend one or two or more images or one just in case. So I'm going to use this, right? And I have two of these images, right? So I want to show you something, and yes, I'm intentional about this tutorial, and that's why I'm making it as detailed as possible so that you learn. Now there's a reason I'm not using this. I'm not going to use this. I have these two here. I'm not going to use this because it won't blend like as this particular one, this other image, this one, right? So this is going to have a better effect than the up one. So why? You can see the white, brown, the reflection and everything is going to blend with this background, right? So when you're blending images, you have to also consider the image and the background. It will give you a better feel. Do you get the point? Sometimes you need to work on your image to get a better blending. The blending will be for it to be done well. Do you understand the point now? So now I'm going to just delete this image. You just need to retouch your images sometimes, filter it and do a lot of different things so as to the image to indeed be one with the background. So that's the essence of blending. You want it to be one. So where are we going to position this? Here? No, of course here, right? So I'm just going to do this like this and bring it here first. Then I'll just click OK, click here, then just use screen, and we have that. So I'm just going to see where it fits, right? You can see how it matches well with this right? So I want to just do this like this, right? So I like this like this, right? So okay, so have this like this. All right, so okay, so we have this. So now we want to start blending so that it becomes one. You can see the edges are showing, so I'm going to click on the fade, right? So you see the fade. If you drag it like this, it reveals. Drag it like this, it hides. So it either way. So I want to just fade these edges. So I'm just going to move this like this. Now the reason I'm moving this, you can see, bring this particular guy is here. You can see this area at the top over the image of the guy holding the crutches, right? It's white, so I don't want it to be white. So I'm just gonna just take this up so it blends it, not too much, right? So this is okay, right? So I'm just gonna click OK. You have to go back to the blend option again and just come back, bring this here, and just blend. I'm gonna break this here and just blend this edge here that is showing, and then click OK and blend here. So remember, the reason we're using this image is because it's a miracle service, right? So click OK, and yep, our image is perfectly blended. Our image is perfectly blended, right? So I'm going to leave it as sharp as this. For some designs I do blur the image, but for this I'm just going to leave it like this. Let me try blurring it. Blurring is very a little, not by 10, let's say by 4, and okay, let's say by 5. Is that okay? Okay, so let me just try blurring the main background by 5 and see what we get. No, I don't want the main background blurred. Alright, so just leave that by 5 and just come here and just save. Then we'll go back to PixelLab. This is gonna be amazing. So just come here and just save this. Alright, so we're going over to PixelLab. It's gonna be automatically our background, so I'm just gonna click here, click on this icon here and just select it, right, and boom, this is it. Now I want to fit some of these down areas, right? So I'm just going to click here and I'm going to just repeat the process. So I may not bore you with the process of this because it's the same thing. I'm just going to just repeat it, right? So you want to select a color that goes well, so pick this dark area and bring it a little bit dark, and you want to bring it here. So copy that, copy it, 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 copy it. So once what I do is that once I'm done with I'm doing all this copying, I just write so, and I'll just merge them. Okay, there's one that isn't merged, so I'll just merge the both together. Alright, so I was supposed to fast forward this, but right, so you're still watching this. Have this like this. I'm just gonna zoom this in, right? So still copy this, then zoom this, like stretch this like this, right? So take this up, then drag this down, then copy again, right? So I like the way it's faded. Then let's do a little bit of copying for the last time and just leave it like that. Yep, we have the background now looking much more better. So that faded area is where we're gonna write some of our stuff, and it's not good to just have everything just like that, right? So I'm just going to merge this. Alright, so I might use this for an actual design, who knows? Alright, so lock this, right? So the next thing we want to do is to import a flyer. We'll be copying some of the details. So I have some of the designs here for the miracle service. I just need one that is very straight to the point. I don't want to spend much time writing details upon details. So let's have miracle service. Yep. So we have miracle service. It's not. Let me look for something else. Alright, so let's go back to here. So we're coming back to PSCC. I just want to try something, right? So let's come back here and just do like this. So I just want to try something and see. That's one thing with designing. As you're designing, you're also getting to trying out some other things, right? So have this like this, and you want to use screen for this. This image is officially a Koinonia image. No, do that. And okay, so we have this here like this. Alright, so I just felt like, okay, let me just add something. Now I may not, though. I may add this image, I may not. So now I want to just fade. I want to fade, and let's see where the fading is best to start from. Alright, so okay, let's start fading from here. Alright, so start fading and fade like this. Okay, I like the way it's going. Alright, so and fade from here. And go back to fade again, fade from up here. No, let's fade this side. So let's fade from here. Don't worry, when you're fading, you're going to learn how to do the fading properly. And go back to the faded, and let's fade from this up side. Yeah, so we have this guy, this particular guy who is shouting. His image, I want his image to be very obvious. Okay, so we have that. So what I want to do now is I'm going to move my hand around this image. You see the option that is selected is the brush selection tool. So you see like this. So let me try something. I'm just going to brush. So what I'm doing is I'm selecting certain areas of this image that I just so what I want to do now is come to this place, effects, and Gaussian blur, and blur those areas. Okay, the blurring is not going to come out right, so let's leave it. Let's leave it like that. So it's okay like this. Let's leave it like this, and let's save, and save as PNG and Ultra. And let's go back. Like I said, I will be working with PixelLab and PSCC, so they are both collaborating, right? And boom, we have this. Isn't this amazing? Right, so the next thing now is to import one of the images that I will be using as reference to getting the details we'll be using All right, so I like this. This is very straight, right? Last miracle service for the year. I'm not going to add that anyway, so I'm just going to does this look like what we're doing? They're kind of similar because of that ribbon, gold ribbon background at the back. So the next thing now is to import Apostles image and type in the miracle service. So bring this here. Yeah, we'll have this, and want to bring this here like this, right? So now you can see why cropping this using what's it called, PixArt. It's some, you can see it's showing here. Look at this area like this. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to be a smart designer now, right? You have to be a smart designer and also a creative designer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a shape, create a circle, and make it black, because the color that went disappearing is black, or the color that isn't there is black. So I'll just bring this to front. Okay, I think the color in black. I will just bring this like this, and let's see. If it doesn't work, I will have to find alternative to that. Okay, so leave this like this and just merge it. So it's okay now. I can use it like this. Alright, so sharp. So it's that side is covered, and it looks like it's the shadow that is just the way you have the shadow, like you see it, right? You have the shadow round like this, like this, like this, like this, you see, right? So you have to be a smart designer. Then you bring this like this. Of course, like I would say, you need to add shadow to this. You don't want to leave it like it's flying in the air. Not always though, but in most cases I do add shadow, and of course I'm going to bring the shadow down. Okay, so then bring it. X is going to take it left or right, while Y will take it up or down. Then I'm going to increase the blur radius. Alright, so let's leave that there for now. The next thing, I want to position Apostles image. I'm going to images, and where I have Apostles image, it should be in photo room, right? So have this here, right? So rotate this, no, not this rotation, this, and crop out this, right? So you have this here. I can choose to leave this image like this, or go the popular Koinonia way of making images to be black and white. I don't know why they do that, but it's always like that. So I will just reduce this brightness, it's too bright for my liking, and increase the contrast, right? And bring this here. So let's go with black and white, right? And make it to look like the normal Koinonia pattern. I don't know why they do most black and white. So next thing I want to do is I want to try out some other elements and bring some other things, objects to this design. I'm going to come over here where I have them and bring this guy here, right? So, and bring this guy here like this, and bring this guy here, take to back, okay. So, and let's try out something else. So where's that light? So yep, I'm using this light again. It's almost always used. You're going to feel the effect of this light, not now, later. So let's leave that light there. And yeah, unlike the previous design, I've tested out what I want to do already, so that this tutorial will be more faster, right? So in the previous design, we're just working and seeing what we're doing and hoping to come out with something amazing, which we did, right? So the next thing here is the logo of the church. Now remember, we're making our design as the Koinonia Kind of Flyer, and we also want to make it good, and we want to import what I'm thinking. This may work for the logo. Alright, so I'm hoping this will work though. And bring this here and go over to images and download. And yes, the tutorial is gonna be available on the Telegram platform. Right, it's gonna be available on the Telegram platform. You're going to see my number, WhatsApp number, on comments section or comment area, right? And you can, send a message on WhatsApp, and I will send you the link to the Telegram platform. You have the what's it called? You have link to Telegram platform where you can get the resources and start, practicing and creating stunning, designs. And of course, these tutorials are premium tutorials. You will agree with me that these tutorials are premium tutorials, and the essence of these tutorials is to help you know how to create amazing flyers for yourself, your ministry, your organization, with your smartphone. That's the amazing thing, right? So we'll come to erase color and erase black, and just zoom this and just have this and change this to white, of course. And alright, so I want to go to eraser and just click here, click, zoom this like this, and just erase this part. And because it's showing, and just bring this here. Alright, so we have that. I'm not going to add shadow to that logo area because I don't want it to be too shadow, and because it's on that bright aspect where that light is coming like that, so I don't really want that shadow to be there. Do you get the point? We're going to use lens flare on this, so because Koinonia uses a lot of lens flare. So now the next thing we want to do is to type in our miracle service. So we'll just type in miracle and type it here and type in our service. Alright, so bring this here like this, and the next one we want to do now is bring in our font style, and let's say what's it called, okay, let me type in font Shipman. That's the name of the font, Shipman. And I already know that's the font I'm going to use. Okay, you see, I don't know if PixelLab has done this thing to you before. You can see the design just kind of gets distorted. I'm just going to go to recover to save and just recover the second one, and everything will come back to me, right? So I just going to adjust this, have to do this again, come to eraser, right, and just erase the same thing I did before, and just do that. It's good to save your work as project, but I'm not doing that yet. I've not done that yet, and so let me just save this as tutorial 2. Right, so that's saved, and the next thing is type in our miracle service, miracle, and copy. No, let's not copy now. So let's just select our font, come to font. Since I've selected the font before, I'm just going to go over to recent and bring it here and leave this here, and just copy this and type in our service, and block letters, of course. So leave this like this, leave this like this. Yeah, we're still going to add some amazing effect to the design, trust me. You're going to see the beauty when we go over to back to Pinterest. Okay, so now we have this, and alright, so you see that shape, lest I forget, so I want to go over to this shape. I did like this. Come to erase color and smooth edge by select the color that's not on it. So ensure I know my city. That shape that is like that stage stuff. I don't know what it's called. So I'm just going to smooth edge by 1. I always do that. Then come to this shape and do it also. Select a color that's not on it, smooth edge by 1. I always do that. Now come to Apostles image and select the color that's not on it. It can be any color. I like green, especially because green is always not on any color. Then smooth edge by 1 and we're good. I'm not going to do that on the light, so just leave that. And that's miracle service. There's this shape that I have. I don't know if I still have it, so I'm just going to check. I'm just going to check if I still have it though. Images, go over to pins and let's travel. And I hope I find it. Wow. A lot of images have been downloaded. A lot of images. I didn't see it. I was hoping to see the image. It has this shape, this curved shape that I just want to extract and just use to just have a balance. I can just use my hand and just draw something though, but I was hoping to see that stuff and use it. Let me come to images and let's see. I have 2 pins option here. Let me check the second one if it's here. If it's here, okay, it's probably not here or maybe here. Okay, yeah, this is it. So crop this, erase color, just increase the tolerance and come to color, change it to white and boom. Yep, so I'm just going to bend it like this a little. Yeah, so this is it. Do you see it? Yeah, miracle service. So normally the miracle service is by month, so this should be August or January. So we have our image here, already the reference image for the details. Alright, I'm going to drop this actual design on the Telegram platform so you can use it as a reference image. The one we are working on now, not this. So we have November 2023 miracle service. So I'm just going to add the month at the top, right? So October 2023 miracle service. So that's just January 2024, for instance. This is fictional, it's for practice. Then I'm just going to just add this to this to this, so as to have, right, so have that there. And now contrast is very important. It's easy to read the miracle service, but it's quite a challenge reading that January. So I'm just going to go to images. That's where I have something that I can use to make the contrast clear. Yeah, this guy. So I'm just going to select this guy like this and select a color. Select this color, kind of make it a little bit visible, and bring it here like this. And just going to reduce it and yeah, and maybe, yeah, not maybe, take it to back and bring it to a little bit down, maybe take it a little bit up. and take the January. So now that's to ensure that it's easily read. On that, reduce the size being reduced, and on this shape it's not. So contrast is very important. You want the details to be easily read. So the reason I'm putting that there is not for fashion. It's not for just doing stuff, right? Yeah, so have that there. And the next thing we want to, let me just type in apostle's name. So I'm just going to type in apostle, right? So, and let me see what Antonio gives me. Antonio is not someone's name, it's a font though. Apostle. Then just type in Joshua. Right, so, and let me just type in Selman. I'm just testing the mic. Somebody says testing the mic. Yeah, somebody say testing the mic. I'm just testing the mic. I'm saying where best to put it. Just leave that there for now. So the next thing we want to do is put in details, right? So where is the address? Tell me I haven't deleted that other stuff. So let me just save this as project. Now once you see your design cut like this, like I don't know, just in case you see, this is how I do it. You see it's cut. If I want to save, it cuts. So I'm just going to save it as an image to avoid stories that touch. Because once you save it like that, if you open it, it will be distorted. So I just save as project. See, it's not supposed to, now it doesn't cut, so I'm just going to save as tutorial. I normally I don't save names with correct. I just type in anything. All right, so now what I want to do here is to come over to where the previous design we did and just copy the address, copy, cancel, and this. All right, so let me still import that image and just see what they gave us there. And this is a Chida Event Center, Tako, Abuja, Nigeria. Koinonia Abuja, okay, with Apostle Joshua Selman, that's okay. 26th, okay, I'll just give a date, 5 p.m. what? All right, so let me write date. Okay, so let's say 25th, 26th, December, no, January, right, so 20th January. Okay, so let me see as I'm going to fix this date and time. Then fonts, come to fonts, and select Monsterrat. I like Monsterrat. Now you must not use the font that I'm using. You can use your own font. So the date has to be bold, right? 26th. And let's try something. Okay, so I have some resources here. So we keep trying things and reduce this. So copy this and type 5 p.m. and type what? Okay, so just fit this into this and take this up and bring this here like this. Right, so we are making progress. So you want to just position this like this instead. So what I did was that I just aligned. Bringing it like this is not good, so just bring it like this, align it to the other opposite direction and bring it here. Right, so then the next thing is the address. The next thing is the address, and I want to reduce the space between this. It's too much, so I don't like it. Alright guys, so we're almost done with creating this amazing miracle service design. You think that's all until we get to PSCC and begin to add some touches. So we're going to leave it all white. Let's see if we have a different color we can add to it that will make it pop. Yep, I'm likely to change this color because I'm not feeling it. It's dull. My opinion though. Let me increase the brightness. Yep, this is better. Yep, so the next thing now is I do want to bring this date and time very close, a bit close to this. Yep, so right, so I don't need to really add shadow to that shape because it's on a dark spot, so adding shadow or not doesn't really add anything to it. Now I actually wanted adding this to this design. This was supposed to be in this, maybe in the other designs we're going to work with that. Right, so this design may not be black and white, so let me see if I remove it from black and white and just hue it. So what options does it gives me? Okay, so leave it like that. That's much better. Okay, so I hue it to, you can see the hue 1111111, and we'll come over here and what next? Am I to import anything? Yep, I'm to import something. I'm going to come over here and just go to images, go to icon png. I hope what I'm looking for is here. It is not here, so let me go back and look for icon, new icons, and boom, this is what I'm looking for. And yep, so this Koinonia Abuja, so just type this and type Koinonia Abuja and stretch this. Right, so this and copy this and copy this and type in that address we copied and select white. I'm going to use white for the address or true. Right, so you have enough space to add your social media this thing. I'm not going to do that. I ain't got the time. So where do you want to add this address icon? And this is the challenge. Right, so I'm going to reduce this, bring to front so that you can easily tap it and just adjust it. It's not looking arranged though, it's looking scattered, so I can just bring it here and adjust it. excuse me. So I want to reduce Apostle's image a little. Sorry about that. So bring this a little here. Then bring this white stuff like this. Adjust it. Then just drag this up so that it will blend and bring it down. So you may want to just do more. Then bring this here and bring this here like this. And just do like this. I don't even know why I'm doing this particular one, but I'm doing it anyway. Then just bring this like this and bring this here. And okay, it's not necessary. It's not necessary. Let's leave that. Alright, so let's adjust the shape that we brought. Is too one-sided for my liking. And yep, so bring this right close. You can have your social media details at the downside, and if you want to add your social media details at the down, it means you can take these icons up, right? You can take the icons up. You can see there's still space to take the icons up a little. Right, so we want to type in Apostle's name. So let's see where fits in for this name. Alright, so I'm getting other options. I may not add this shape to this design because I'm beginning to get other options on how to go to it, on how to add the name. So let's see. Okay, so let me come here. Now I'm looking for something. I hope I see it once. Okay, so what I'm looking for, images, resources, one. Okay, and resources is not here. I'm just hoping I do see what I'm looking for. Resources 2, not here. You know, when you have a lot of resources, sometimes do forget where you kept some or saved some too. Yeah, it should be gold 3D shape. Gold 3D shape. No. Even though this guy wants to look like something I can use. Yeah, so let me just use this guy. He wasn't my spec though, but I will just use this guy. And bring this to front, bring this to name to front, and edit this. Apostle Joshua Selman. Wow, Selman and Joshua are the same spelling. So use font. Not the same spelling, the same numbers of alphabetical letters. So Monstrat again. Yeah, mustard again. Why mustard? I don't know. So now I'm going to select a very dark color, not too dark, that will be visible. Of course, we have to delete this, we have to delete this, and yes, just in case you're adding, I'm going to add shadow to the shape. Maybe, or maybe not. Now, I may want to bring this guy here like this, or here like this. Alright, so it depends as the spirit leads. So bring this here like this. Oh, let me bring it back to where it was. So bring this like this. So you want to reduce the size for it to fit in. You don't want it to overlap outside, and just adjust this here. And alright, so let's adjust this, break this a little bit. Now, okay, so now take this shape, this line, that line, to beneath Apostle's image, wherever it is. Yep, so and take this here a little bit. So have that, and bring this here. Bold this, even though that board wasn't that visible. So bring this here and copy it and type in Apostle. Right, so we're gonna reduce the size more and space. Bring this here, bring this here. Now add this that's dash shape just for balance. That's what I do. And add bold. Okay, bold is added, and bring it here. Now I'm going to go to this spacing that I added and just reduce the spacing. Alright, so that's reduced. Right, so the next thing I want to add width. So the width is going to be, find a font that gives me what I want. Width, no. Quick letter, let's see, quick letter. Width. Okay, let's use quick letter. Width. Apostle Joshua Selma. So now come to shadows and just add shadows. Make your shadows to be dark. Yep, so increase it, then increase your blur radius. Come here and just reduce the opacity of it. Reduce the opacity a little, and yep. Come to erase color, remove the color, smooth edge, we did it before, and boom. We are done. Alright, so this is our flyer design. When doing yours, you can choose to add any other thing there. Now that light at the side of Apostle, we're going to add something there to make it realistic, and we have a very cool service design. Now that shape beneath this genre, I do want to add something different there. Let's see. Yeah, I like this. I like this much more better. January 2024 Miracle Service. Alright, so I'm just going to save as projects. Done work. Alright, so we are done. I didn't add the social media stuff. You can do that when you're doing yours, right? I believe I've shown you much enough to be able to do yours. We are done on PixelLab. So the next thing is to save. And we are back to PSCC. So now I just want to import the image and just add some touch to it, just give it some vibe and all that, and we are good to go. Right, so this is our design, and we want to add some things to it. I noticed I didn't do something to this image. Let me come back. Okay, I did. Alright, so here now we're just gonna click on plus just to add some things to the design, just to make it look, it has to look supernatural. I'm gonna add this guy to it, so just increase this a little. Come over to screen. Increase this. And yep. And secondly, I'm just gonna add this flare to it. Okay, so and the screen, of course. Boom. And the next thing, we are going to add one more lens flare to it, and we are done with flares. No more flares after this particular flare, I promise. And screen. Yeah, so I just want to add lens flare from that angle. Yeah, so you see there's a white spot on that shape at that side, right? So I'm not going to bring this white there. Let's just make it a little bit hot. Click on this image, right? So it's a little bit of drag. Yeah, so and yes, we have a miracle service, and this looks like a Koinonia kind of flyer design. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, what we did in the other tutorial, I'm going to go over to, okay, let me just do it. Ensure to also watch the first tutorial if you're ready to learn. It shouldn't be too long for you to watch because I'm taking out my time to teach you how to create this on your smartphone. You should also take out your time to watch and also practice. Then come over to Snapseed. I'm just going to add some sharpness to it and erase the sharpness from certain parts of the design, of course the dark areas, right? And I'm just going to sharpen this to 50 and add structure to 25 and sharp. So what I want to do now, click here at the top, click on view edit, click here, click this middle and click here, right? So I'm just going to zoom. I will raise that sharpness and structure from this. You can see where my hand is going. So wherever I see that my hand is going, that's where I'm erasing the effect from, right? So anyway, you see that my hand goes, I'm erasing the effect from there. So it means the sharpness is not being affected in any area. You see that my hand is going. And click on OK. Alright, so we are done, and now you can export your design. And alright, if you watch to the end, subscribe, leave a comment, right? It helps in supporting what we do on this channel. Thank you, and see you in the next tutorial next week.